So about the school, and they are here PE teachers, so my language. Um, it was a big fight since the beginning. I know that different countries have different programs, and uh, in Portugal we have several subjects that PE teachers need to give to the students. Now 2021 to 2025 they changed a little, and they gave us other sports the opportunity to spread and to show them, and so a PE teacher in Portugal can use sports this in their own classes. So it was a big fight since the beginning. So this project at school starts in 2014. At the time, we don't have money for discs or for material. So if I go back one, it was Skoda, just pay for the discs at the time, and we just delivered the discs at schools. At the same time, what we did, we gave workshops to the PE teachers. We went to the schools to teach them. One of the difficult thing for a PE teacher in the beginning, of course, is the throws and how to catch, and of course the rules of the game. So it's everything new. And I don't know in the other countries here present, but our PE teachers in school are getting older, and it's difficult sometimes to change that, not to change the age, but the habits. And usually a group of PE teachers that gave during the year all the same subjects, next year they will give the same, and it's a little like that in Portugal. I felt in the past, and things are changing because the kids, they need new things. They are completely tired, of course. Football is football and it's important, and the money behind, but there are several new kids with a new mentality and perspective of life that they don't enjoy so much football. And I'm talking about football. I don't have nothing against that, but it's just to give it as an example. So here in 2016, so we grow and we create a new project. And this project, sometimes we have calls and possibilities in our countries, or in municipalities, or in the city walls. Sometimes they are small projects where we can try to get some money for our clubs, for our associations, and it was something that we did. And with that money, of course, one more time, to buy discs to give to the schools. So when we start the project, this project, it's in Portuguese. So divertimento is get fun, to have fun. Amizade is friendship, and respeito is respect. So we have two words from Olympic Committee. Yeah, the last word that we changed, so they have excellence, and we change for get fun. It's something that we felt with our kids, that they need to have fun when they play something, to have some pleasure, not a responsibility always to be better or better. It's important, but it's not the most important. So the year after, more schools, and this one here in 2018, it was the biggest moment. We invited the Committee Olympic of Portugal as well, the Institute of Youth and Education. So lots of partnerships that became really important for our development, and to have some support to grow. So this, it was before for me to be president. So I'm president since 2017. I can say to you that the association at the time was really poor and without orienteer. Now I think it's a really better. I'm sure, not think, I'm sure, and but we have lots of work to do. So this is an image of that meeting with the kids. It was in the Leiria Stadium, and it was a really, really nice moment. The year after, and the things in the last year, less number because of exams and studies and stuff. We hope we have now for 2022, it will be in 27th of November, and I expect more than 500 to 1,000. It's my numbers in my head, and we probably achieve that number because things grow a lot since November last year. So this is an island. I went there to give some workshop to PE teachers as well. And I can say to you that it's a small island of Portugal in Atlantic Sea that all schools with primary schools just throw a disc to somewhere. So it's a big, big thing. And now they are in elementary school as well and secondary school. So things are growing a lot. And I think it will be a big, big example, this island, and a big, big work of Nuno Caçador, a teacher, a PE teacher there. So things are growing as well. So this is just places and workshops and lots of things that we have done. Important to see the workshop, and then we have the partnerships to get the step ahead. We need always to have help, and in group we can always to grow better and stronger. And this is a mark and an important thing, and it was one of the first contacts with Volker. One of the topics it was this. So I told you about the program of PE teachers in Portugal, and we have a structure that we need to fill in as a PE teacher. So I did, and I wrote this book with that intention. Otherwise, the PE teacher could be always the sentence in his mouth that, okay, it's not in the program, it's not according with the program, so we don't going to give that to our kids. So it was a strategy to avoid that. So it's completely according to the program. So it was to defensive thing for us, at the same time to promote the sport, because they are drills and they are opportunities for PE teachers to look and to apply in their own classes. In 2019, opportunity to develop a little more the other sports like disc golf, double discord, 2 magnificent games in schools as well, with lots of potential. Of course, countries have different nature things. In Portugal is more difficult to develop disc golf than, of course, in Finland or even here. But it's really, really good for the kids. So it was the second moment. And of course, the book, it's a little better than the first one. Important to develop our games. It's, of course, the press, and to go to TV sets and try to talk about what we do, and to talk a lot about the spirit of the game. I think it's one of the flags of our sport as well, here ultimate, but we can use it, of course, as well in disc golf. So it's something different that we can use it. And other kind of things, of course, is related with gender, the possibility. There are some sports, so it's not so different, but still different. And then I talked 2 minutes ago about Volker, and here it was an important step for the development, about if we think about PE teachers, schools, and to give opportunity for the kids to try. Okay, so it was the first message, and then to try to spread around the world a little in schools, because a kid who just try in school, they can bring all over his life. He's going to make choices all longer of his life, but if he don't have a disc in his hand during the school, so it's hard work to sometimes, of course, a club invited to play, but it's not the same, or they could get at the same age with another skills, of course. So here it was an invitation, and lots of proud of it to try to develop. And one of the reasons we are here, and my thoughts, is to share this and to try to get solutions or new solutions to our problems, because everyone has. And of course, we were talking about schools, and next step after secondary school, of course, is universities. And universities projects, it's something that we developed in Portugal. We have 3 universities this year. We hope to have 5 to start, of course, the contact with the FADU and the international part, of course, of the university sports, because we want that and we need that, not only for our kids, but to the development as well. So this is some image that our meetings with universities was really nice. And of course, we received a book in 2019 before, of course, this COVID thing, and it was an amazing moment as well. It was a nice competition, is always good for dissemination. And this clipping is a wonderful one. We just achieved to many places. And one of the things that we should, or we could, everyone think together about, it's good ways to spread this. So the spirit of the game, usually in every workshop I gave to PE teachers in our country, it's one of the things that they stop. In the beginning, they think it's impossible because everyone has other experience, basketball, handball, football, others. So it's always difficult for them. But after, when we just explain each rule and the 5 questions of spirit of the game sheet, they understand. Okay, it's good to change and to create a new era of new kids with new thoughts and new ways of living. So this project, it was because of COVID. We created a logo, a different one, and we tried. I just wrote a document and I gave to the Minister of Education and Sports, saying that who plays with the disc, the risk is minimum. If we look at disc golf, if I go with my disc in my hand or my discs, so no problem at all. If I play DDC, tennis or paddle or racket sports, so I have more problem for me than for us to play DDC. And ultimately, it was the last one, the last of the list that we gave, and we explained everything quite well for to be well understood. So this it was something that it's important. I'm a Portuguese, as you know, so it's important to achieve more and more places, and this was a nice goal and a nice challenge to get to Africa. So this material, it's in Cape Verde, and now because of COVID, it was they are a little stopped, but now I'm just talking with people there, and I hope in a few years that in the schools and everywhere, the discs make part of the Cape Verdean people and kids, I hope. So all the projects should be a goal and a long-term goal, and I think it will be one. It will be tough for sure, but it will be great. So it was in November, that webinar with Cape Verde, and the discs came from Canada, I think, Volker, and they arrived. It was a nightmare for my head until they received that in Alfanga and all the stuff, and the books, of course, at the time. So it was splendid. In Portugal, we had a great webinar with 350 teachers, PE teachers, and we create a kit to offer to the schools. So one call that we have for Sports for All from our Ministry of Development of Sports. So every year I make a call, and this year we received 5,000 euros. So It's for what? To offer to the schools. So we offer 100 kits. Each kit has 10 discs and a manual. And the new ones that we're going to offer this year will have as well a disc golf disc. So we are trying now, the strategy is to improve and to get more opportunities to schools and materials for them to develop. At the same time, we are doing workshops. I went to, in September, Lisbon. So when I get in Portugal, I will to the south. And we have a team of 10 teachers who are now around the country, give these workshops of 25 hours for them. And it's good for them as well to develop and to be with more confidence to express and to explain the game. So this is the image of our kit and the way we are doing it. It's not the best, but until now it's the feedback, it's good. So we keep it doing like this. And of course, I start the conversation talking about Erasmus. I don't know you, but in Portugal, every club has the opportunity to make part of the project. And as I teach in a university, I made a contact, and I work more than I should, but it was great because LFO, Leiria Flying Objects, are inside the Erasmus project. And the good thing of Erasmus project, it's the experience. It's the first thing. The other, it's we can spread with other countries. It's something that I do since 2012, and the opportunity as well to have some money to try to develop some projects. Okay, so here it's opportunity to try to grow and to do more things. This is an image of our group of Erasmus, and see the image they made, Finland, with discs. Yeah, so there are something when we do things with passion, appears always or an image or a feedback or whatever related. Other part that I talk a lot of time with Volker that is really important. It's to try to put science in the process, because we are different, and if we can measure our difference, could make some difference in the future. So this one is in Portuguese, is related with training. So here they are a few teachers and researchers who are talking about football, handball, and of course sports discs, and appear on the books. This one we made, and I create a course for trainers. So we have, because in our country we have the obligation to have 3 different kind of coaches, level 1, 2, and 3. So we create the number 1 and the number 2, and now we have coaches that they can, and they are by law coaches of ultimate frisbee and disc sports. Something that it was lots of work, but really important. Almost finishing. The part of the, and sorry, science. So my PhD is around this, of course, ultimate frisbee, and because of that, 2 articles in nice magazines in Frontiers, and the results of it is something that we should proud of. It's one of the things about sociology. It's the work and the teamwork and communication. So 2 words, important words in this world, and we should try to do something with it. Okay, so it's one of the reasons, if we go to the spirit of the game, communication and everything is related. And now we have the opportunity to try to spread and to put science on your back and to develop even more. Okay, so the second article